Pretty much this thing's probably further ahead of one match. For sure.
You didn't see me. You saw. When did you see me last year?
2 weeks out.
2 weeks out.
I saw you every week.
Yeah. I'm not quite 2 weeks out.
Right.
Condition.
That's supposed to be. You're back. Bigger.
Yeah.
Back, chest, everything. Hamstring, quads. Roll.
Good places to have. Let's finish that shit. You realize how many of these guys, the top guys, most of the people, I think everybody that's favored to win this Arnold Classic along with him, they work with one of only a handful of top coaches. And Evan, for the past couple shows now, has been doing it all on his own, which is, it's almost unheard of these days. Mm-hmm. I mean, do you take a special pride in knowing that he doesn't have to rely on someone to tell him what to eat, how much cardio to do? Yeah. He's figured this all out for himself.
Yeah, it's incredible. That's incredible. You know, that's somebody that knows themselves, that knows their own body, that basically says, I know my body more than somebody else knows my body, which is really the right thing.
But a lot of that, though, is a desire to not rely on somebody. And you know, growing up, if something broke in the house, whether it was plumbing or something, maybe the electrical, or you know, on the car, he would be the one to fix it. So you know, I don't want to have to. Every time I need something done, have to go pay someone to do it. You know, there's something to be said, I think, for having the desire to be self-reliant, and that's definitely something that, you know, was learned.
And being that your triceps are so strong, do you hold back on them when you train, or you do as much for them as you normally would any other body part?
Well, I train them hard, but it's not like my leg, chest, or back training where it's like those days are like fucking serious shit, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I come in, I train my arms, my shoulders, like my calves. It's just something that just comes like kind of easy to me. I just do it mindlessly. Yeah. Whereas the other stuff really requires like more focus and more intensity and a lot of like kind of premeditation.
Makes sense. Victor, what is it? Do you take a certain pride also in knowing this? He's not just a champion athlete now. He's been on, I don't know, a half a dozen magazine covers at least. He's got fans all over the world. He's got kids writing him from Asia, Australia. He's really a celebrity in this world in a short amount of time, and he did it even before he was a professional. He was already getting covers and building a fan base. What kind of pride do you feel as a dad seeing the fame that he's also been able to get?
It's amazing. I mean, that's one thing nobody can take away from him. That's what I was saying before. He did it because he does it because he likes to do it, and regardless of who he works for, nobody can take away what he's achieved. His fan base, no matter where he goes, those people will follow him. I mean, he's got that. That belongs to him. That doesn't belong to anybody else.
Well, a lot of it, though, too, I think, is how you treat people. And I mean, yeah, okay, maybe I have fans because people view me as a successful bodybuilder. That's definitely part of it. You know, they maybe view my successes. But the difference between, you know, from bodybuilder to bodybuilder, some of them don't. Like, I like talking to people.
In plumbing, I'd want to teach a kid. If the kid wanted to learn, if you don't teach that kid, then you're the failure. I mean, you should teach that kid. That's what the problem is, Ted. Nobody wants to teach anybody, you know, the real right way to do things. And you can't say, well, I'm afraid somebody's going to steal my title, or, you know, that's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. It'll never happen. It doesn't work that way.
Last question for you, Evan. You know, a lot of guys in your position now, they would
you could live anywhere. You could live in Venice. You could live in Las Vegas. You could go anywhere and do what you're doing now. But here you are, still close to your family. You're still, living in the town you grew up in. What's been the main driving force in you staying grounded and staying close to your roots the way you have?
Well, I mean, like you said, I could live pretty much anywhere. I mean, I know my money could probably go further from me somewhere else. I know no matter where I go, I make the same money. I collect the same paycheck. But what's the point of living in, anywhere else? I could have a bigger house. I could maybe save more money. But if you don't have your family there with you, what do you have? A bigger house? You don't have anything, Yeah. If you don't have your family with you, you see the guys at the gym, just everybody. I mean, everybody that I know in this area, I mean, family aside, I wouldn't want to be someplace else. That's to give all that up. That's for what? For some bullshit,
That's another. I think that's another issue with him is that, you do it for yourself. He's living here in this house. This is a perfect place for him. He did it himself. I mean, he's doing it for himself. Here we go again. He's doing it for himself. He's not doing it to show anybody else. That's not what it's about. Some people are show, but he's not like that. I'm not like that. My house is in the way back from the road. You don't even see my house. And that's fine with me. It belongs to me. It's for me to enjoy, not for, it's not there to show somebody else. It's not the way it is. You do it for yourself. You don't do it for anybody else.
I lied. I got one last question. So I know, Victor, you had a big health scare recently. And Evan, this is probably the first major thing that's come along like this. Do you now have like more of a deeper sense of appreciation every day that, this is my dad and he's not going to be around forever. I'm not going to be around forever, and I need to take every day and thank God that I'm.
How lucky you are.
They get people thinking about doing things for the wrong reasons. I'm not saying not to go out there and succeed and progress yourself, but
you can't be driven by money.
You can't be driven by money, or I don't know.
I think to be driven by the prospect of money or the prospect of fame, you're going to get nowhere. You got to, like he said, you got to do something because that's what you want to do. That's your passion, and anything that comes of it is just a byproduct.
I mean, anything I've ever done, I've done because I wanted to do it. Okay, and it's like anything in life. If you want to do it and be happy about doing it. If you don't want to do it and you're not going to be happy, don't do it. If you're going to do it, be happy about it. Whether it's a win or a lose. Get to the end and say, well, you know what, I won't do it again. Or I'm going to do it again. But don't get to the end and complain, that you didn't succeed on something. Whether it's, fixing a pipe or, anything. Just bodybuilding or no matter what it is. Do it because you wanted to do it. And be happy you did it. Don't cry about it after, go into it thinking that way. I'm going to do it because I want to do it. Whether win or lose or, push or draw, whatever, I want to do it. And don't worry, but you're not going to be disappointed. There's no reason to be disappointed. You got to find your way through life. And the only way you're going to find your way through life is trying things out. It's better to try something and, at least say I've tried it than not try it and never known. So, at least that's the way it's been.